Hey everybody, Omar here, your knife for the party guy, and I am back with another fun-filled video for you. This is more of a discussion video. As I said before, I'm rebranding my channel for all people that watch my channel. I'm here at the Ruston Way waterfront. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I just want to talk about why I decided to change the name of my channel. It didn't make any sense for me to call myself Knife for the Party Guy, considering that I don't really, get into too many knives that are not South African. My channel is strictly for South African knives only. So I wanted to just talk a little bit about South African knives and why it happened that I stumbled across South African knives as the focus and main point of my channel. First of all, let's take a look at a South African knife. I picked this one randomly in my collection, and here it is. This one is made by J.D. Van Deventer. I've done a video on this knife before, but I just always liked the look of South African knives. Just aesthetically, to me, they're very, very pleasing. They're all, and I've checked out a lot of other knives from other countries, knives from Canada. The Grimsmo Norseman blows me away. I do love that knife. I actually want one of those. I've checked out knives from Japan. Obviously, the Grimsmo Norseman is from Canada. But there's just something about the way South Africa puts a folder together that is almost always mind-blowing. They seem to me, in my opinion, to be out in front of custom knife making. They're always taking and looking and seeing what they can put on their knives to make it more interesting, more appealing. South African knives mostly go more into two different categories. You can either have inorganic materials like carbon fiber, which is what's on this knife, or in many instances, you can also have inorganic material like abalone, ivory, which is actually elephant tusk. A lot of people are probably turned off by organic material being put on a knife. But in South Africa, you have to think, and that's what makes South African knives so interesting to me, is the fact that the people from South Africa, they have a completely different socioeconomic background than we do. Not everything is accessible to them. They don't have access to a lot of this stuff that we have. They are not a country that has a lot economically, so they make do with what they can find, whether it's abalone or whether it's ivory or whether it's white Westinghouse, which is just refrigerator material they slapped onto a knife. They're able to take any material and turn it into jewel for a knife. And I really just believe that there is something to be said for a country that's able to make the most out of what they have and turn it into something spectacular. At least in the world of custom knives, they are doing that time and time again. Even more renowned knife makers like Andre Thorburn, Des Horn, J.D. Van Deventer, Ericus Blumeris, you name any one of those guys, they are able to put anything on a knife and make it look like real art. And that's why I decided to change my channel over to Edge of South Africa. I think it fits my channel. It fits me. I'm going to be more comfortable doing videos with this name attached to my channel. I think I was kind of holding back as far as the topics that I would talk about on my channel, strictly just talking about the knife. But now I want to open up and talk about South Africa and South African knives and some of the challenges that they have that we don't have. For example, one of the things that South Africa has that, thank God, we don't have is something called load shedding. Shedding. That's where they turn off the electricity for like 3 times a day in South Africa, just because they don't have the power all the time to keep the power going. Again, it's an economic thing, and these people are challenged by that, and yet they still find a way to have their art pushed through, even with a challenge like that, to make beautiful stuff like this. South African knives are also the only knives that I've ever come across where, if I walk by a knife table, I'll go, oh my God, what is that? What is that? What is that? I'm constantly doing that every time I walk by a knife table, and I know that the knife maker is South African because they're always making something that's completely different. They've also embraced all types of knife making, whether they believe in the theory of CNC machining or completely made by hand. When it's completely made by hand, these guys shine like no other knife culture that I have ever seen. And it is pretty much a staple in that country, knife making. And you'll see that next week when I introduce you to a new knife maker named Robert Littard, who's just starting out. So, again, this is Omar. You're just doing a quick part 2 video explaining why I'm rebranding my channel. I hope you guys aren't disappointed. I hope I gain more viewers on my channel. As I said, I don't make money off of this channel. I do it because I love South African knives, and it's a part of my hobby, and I do enjoy it. Again, this is Omar, your former Knife of the Party guy, now known as your host of Edge of South Africa. Again, I said in my last video, if anybody out there knows an artist that could draw maybe something original for my channel that resembles South Africa and South African knives for a banner for my YouTube channel, I really would appreciate it. I am willing to pay. I'll pay you guys for doing it. Not a lot of money, but I will pay. And if I like your art, we could certainly discuss payment. So if anybody out there knows anyone who can do the artwork for my channel, I really would appreciate it. If no one gets in touch with me on this, I hate to say it, but I'm probably going to have to wind up stealing it from the internet somewhere. I've got one small graphic that I'm going to use, right now, like later on tonight when I at least retitle my channel. It's a small, little teeny tiny graphic. I don't think anybody's going to miss it. Copyright infringement is such a big deal. I just don't want to do that at this point in time. I'd rather have something original on my YouTube channel. And again, I don't make money off of this channel. It's just for fun. Just to express my thoughts on my favorite hobby, which is South African knives. So that is it for me. I will see you guys in the next video, which will be next week. Again, look out for a brand new video from a new knife maker named Robert Littard. Keep in mind, Robert Littard is a brand new South African knife maker. He's been making knives on and off for about 18 months. In fact, after this video was done, I will go ahead and upload the video of that new South African knife from that new South African knife maker. Have you guys take a look at it, just to sort of like whet your appetite till next week. So I think that'll be kind of fun. So at least you guys get a chance to see the knife that I'll be reviewing next week by the new knife maker Robert Littard. So be on the lookout for that in just a few minutes. In the meantime, if you're into custom knives or you're looking to get a brand new custom knife, check out knives from J.D. Van Deventer. There's a name for this model knife that I'm holding. Believe it or not, I forgot the name of it. This is actually the first time I've actually carried this piece in about a year. It's been sitting in the back of my collection, and I haven't been carrying it. But since I haven't been buying very many knives lately, that's why you have a collection. You want to revisit the stuff that you have, and, you know, just see if you can enjoy it. And that's what I'm doing right now with this piece right here. So I'll see you guys in the next video next week. On Robert Liddard. And again, like I said, I'll go ahead and upload that new knife that I'll be getting next week from him. And maybe you guys want to comment on that reel, because it's going to be a reel. Give your thoughts on it, what you guys think. If you guys have any suggestions on how he can improve his knife. I've already got one. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I upload it. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week when I upload the video on Robert Liddard. Thank you so much for watching, and again, welcome to the Edge of South Africa. I'm Omar, your host. Thanks so much, and have a great day.